Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Can you hear me? Hello, Lynn, can you hear me? Hey, Rick, how you doing? Oh, okay. I got a big delay because I'll explain here in a minute. I've changed around my graphics. What I'm facing now is the 47-inch TV, which I've had forever. Right there, the layout there. And then at my desk, at my desk here, I've got, that's where I had the touchscreen monitor. What I've done is moved the touchscreen monitor back over there. Maybe. Anyway, it's over there. And oh, here it is. So I've moved the touchscreen monitor over there so that I can, when we're running operations, this yard down here, well, there's 2 yards. The, what I call the Van Buren Street station and yard, and then the Aurora Eola yard. And when my train crew, John Linton, comes over, this kind of becomes the central focal point for running things. So with JMRI, I have the layout here, and being touchscreen, he can then throw all the switches remotely from here. I still have the ability to use my mouse here at the desk. Here at the desk, I can use my mouse, or I can use my remote mouse when I'm up and moving around. Well, Lynn, I've always had more cameras than he has. I just hadn't been, when I had my Surface Pro out here, I just wasn't able to use them all because it didn't have the power. But heck, I moved the big computer out here months ago, and right now I'm running 9 different cameras, and I can then, excuse me, I'm running 8 different cameras, but I can run combinations of cameras in screens like like this. Hey, Lee. I do have a big lag because my computer only has two graphics outputs. It's got the normal VGA and it's got an HDMI. Well, to get that touchscreen to work properly, I had to use the HDMI, which was normally on this 47-inch TV. And hello, Jivo Man Daniel. And anyway, I'm now using a Microsoft wireless adapter on the 47-inch TV. So there can be a lag from what I'm seeing to what you're seeing. So hopefully sounds okay. Let's see, there's one back there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the iPhone is 8. Yeah, 8 cameras. Hey, Simo. Oh, 9. Excuse me. I forgot this one. Actually, 9, 10. Because I can tie in my 2 security cameras that I have out here as well. Thanks, Lee. Got all kinds of them. And having these articulated wall mounts around, I can change camera angles real easy. I like to be able to run trains and then switch between cameras to follow it around the yard because it saves on editing time, and I'm kind of lazy in that regard. Switch this one over to that. There, that's a little better. And then I can raise this up. There. I just installed Oh, good to know, Rick. Something that I use, either the 47 or the touchscreen, is going to have to be on a wireless display because I don't have any more outputs. Okay, I can do wireless, I can do the VGA, I can do HDMI, unless I change something up on the computer. So anyway, I laid down the last piece of track last night. I cut in my final switch over here and then laid in the siding for the scrapyard. So all of my track is now done. I still need 11 Smale switch machines. And then once I get them wired in, I got hair. Once I get them wired in, and they're primarily in this area and this area, then I can start seeing again phase 2. Yeah, when I laid the track, I was short one left-hand turnout. That one at the lowest portion of the center of the screen that looks brand new, because it is, where those 2 military flat cars are on that siding. So I just short that. I just ran the track all the way across. Knew that I'd get it at a later date, so I cut it in last night. How big is my layout? My room, width-wise, is 9 feet. Okay. The length of the room is 22 feet. This was I'm in Florida, so the weather down here is fairly decent. This room is semi-climate controlled. And what I say with that is, it's been enclosed with insulated panels that are. It originally was a patio covered by the roof of the house. The house extended out over the patio. It was enclosed and insulated glass panels. Okay, but there's no HVAC, heating, ventilating, or air conditioning. So since it's insulated panels, I do have 2 ceiling fans up above, and right below me down here is a portable air conditioner. Okay, vented to the outside. So when heat starts to heat up in here, when it gets above 81, 82 degrees, I kick this thing on, and it'll maintain, even in the heat of the summer, it'll maintain 82 to 84 degrees in here when I open up the 2 doors to the house and steal some air conditioning off of the house as well. Yes, Simon, it is all HO. I started in HO, you could say the year before I was born, or the year that I was born. Actually, the year before. When my dad found out my mother was pregnant with number 2, which is me, he and my brother, 4 years older, started building a layout in the basement of our, what was then 1957, a brand new house. And so that was the first 4x8 train set that I grew up with. Well, that's out here in the summer, Rick. My house is kept at 76 as well. And like I said, the air conditioner will keep it to typically 80, 82, 83. When a lot of people, everybody says, "Oh, I'd hate to live in Florida in the summertime." Well, newsflash, here in the Tampa Bay area, it has never, in the history since they've been recording temperatures, it has never hit 100 degrees. Okay, so we get 95 is a typical summer day here for a high. It's just our summers last longer. We do have a lot of humidity here, Len. That's for sure. Actually, it's not. I grew up in the Midwest, and humid day in the Midwest was 60, upper 60% humidity, and it's not that much different here. It really isn't. Just longer. Yeah, I don't want it that hot. Sorry, Len. I know it's a dry heat. Yeah, footbridge there, Lee. Okay. Jevo Man, Daniel, where in Wisconsin? I grew up in suburban Chicago. Spent a lot of my childhood and young adult years in Wisconsin. I actually lived in South Central Wisconsin for a while. Hey, John. Appleton, of course. I grew up, I lived in Milton, outside of Janesville, so I know exactly where Appleton is. Same neck of the woods. I actually worked in Edgerton. And of course, since I was young, Wisconsin was an 18 age to drink, and Illinois was 19 for beer and wine. So senior year of high school, when most of my friends and I were all 18, we would drive to Wisconsin and get hammered. And here's a fun fact that most people don't know. Did you know it is legal to drink at a bar in Wisconsin when you are 14 years old? A fun little fact for y'all. Although the drinking age is 21, you can drink legally under certain conditions in Wisconsin at a bar when you're 14. Sure, Lynn. Give them my info. I mean, John Linton is one of my subscribers, and he reached out. I got my contact information's in my About section on my YouTube page. He reached out to me one day, and we got talking, and he started hanging out over here all the time, just about every weekend for a couple months. And this weekend, I'm headed over to his house to help install his 110-foot Walters turntable like I have. So he got tired of that dry heat and came over for the wet heat, huh, Len? Well, Daniel, since you're 14, here's how you go drinking in Wisconsin. All right. Have your parents take you to a bar, and as long as they purchase the alcohol, you can sit at the bar and drink it. I didn't believe it. Right. A couple of us went over to the bar across the street from the distribution center I ran one day, and the guys I was with was telling me that. I looked at the bartender. I said, okay, these guys are screwing with me, right? All right, bye, Daniel. Have learn a lot. There's one thing nobody can take away from you, and that's your education. So get after it. I asked the bartender. He said, yeah. My son had just turned 14, so that night I took my son over to the bar and ordered up a couple of Leinenkugels and said, start drinking. My son's all paranoid that we're going to jail, and the bartender says, son, it's legal. Go ahead. I think I'm going to try to do these live streams at 11:30 Eastern every Friday, because that's when Heath used to do them. I kept waiting for somebody else to pick up and do it, but nobody did. And I think it's a good time. A lot of people at 11:30 Eastern time, people are starting to take lunch, and by the time 12:30 rolls around, an hour later, the Central Time's taking a lunch, and then there's guys like Lynn and I that take lunch all day long. That's funny, Lynn. That is funny. Especially, well, depends on which Virgin Island, because you've got, I think there's 3 different sets, actually. You have the U.S. Virgin Islands, I think British, maybe French, I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go, Len. It's not like you don't have anything else to do all day, right? You're kind of like me. Put out a tip of the day this morning, kind of an update on neodymium batteries. Not batteries, God, I said that in the video too and I had to correct it. Neodymium magnets. Depends on what the definition of do is. I do a lot. I sleep. When I'm not working on the railroad and we're watching YouTube videos, I'm napping. So I still go to bed at Hey, thanks, Lee. I tell you what, those magnets are 10 times better than the KD magnets. Matter of fact, I installed a couple. You know, I've got my 3-track main line through this section here. And depending on where I'm doing switching, whether it's the team track over here or whether it's the Eola yard, all right, I'll use the one side or the other of the outers for rival departure tracks. So I needed some magnets on those. Well, when I'm not switching, those tracks become mainline tracks again, because I just simply, I've got 2 main lines through here, but 3 tracks, so I just shift the pair of tracks one way or the other. Hope that makes sense. But I needed magnets at each end for when they're used as arrival departure tracks. They work so good that even as the train is maintaining speed across them, I was having cars uncouple. All right. So what I did there was I spread the magnets just a little bit more. Your pond smaller? How big's your pond? My pond's not that big, footprint-wise. It's only 24 by 11. That's what I was just talking about, Derek. I just installed them on the main line yesterday, and I was running tests on it. Oh, that's okay. I was running tests on it this morning, and yes, I was getting some uncoupling because they're so powerful. So I just separated the magnet. I put some more spacers in there so that the draw on the trip pins wouldn't be quite as much, and then that solved the problem. But I want to make sure I had those separated out enough before I ballasted. Once you ballast, of course, if it was going to uncouple, still uncouple, that would have been problematic. Oh, yeah, that's small, Len. Although it's about the same size as what I started with in 1992, more of a water garden. Don't put any koi in that thing. I'm telling you, you don't have enough gallons or enough filtration at that size. How far apart works best? In a yard, where did I put them? In the yard, I center the magnets under the rails. Okay, so I'm gonna change cameras for a minute for you. Okay, so this is a siding right here, and so you can see the separation. The magnets are centered under the rails, and that works great. All right. Let me move some cars around here, and I'll show you. Now, some people, as I mentioned in my tip of the day, Larry Puckett uses these tiny little discs centered under each rail, but for me, I can't hit that tolerance as well. So, And sure enough, now it's not going to work on me, huh? Really? Oh, that's why. The couplers were on top of each other instead of coupled. Okay, so okay. Now this is the one here that on the main line that I was having problems with. Now I don't. Yet it still should work. That's something I didn't test. Yeah, it still works. All right. I say it still works. There it goes. All right. So does that kind of answer it for you there? You can see that top one, how much further apart they are. This one here. I just had to play with that, Derek, a little bit. Since it was the main line, the worst scenario would be that it did uncouple. After I ballasted, that it uncoupled everything as it went over. I'd rather have it not work than work when it's not supposed to. Now here in the yard, I've got them all over the place. And I mark them. I use dowel rods, and you can use just about anything, push pins if you wanted. I use dowel rods painted yellow to show the center of where all the magnets are, and hopefully you can see that. You may not be able to see that very well. Let me zoom in a little. Move the camera back down. Can't really see the yellows too well, but here, 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 and this signifies a whole line across the entrance to my staging area. Yeah, again, Derek, the reason I used bars is twofold. The original Katy magnets are about the same length as those bar magnets. I'll switch cameras back here. Actually, I can go to this one. Okay, the bar magnets are about the same length as the Katy magnets. And when I first bought the 24 a year or so ago, I was going to put one bar down the center of the rails, just like the above track version from Katy. That did not work. Good, Len, good. I'm glad you can see those. It did not work. So the box of magnets went in a drawer. and I forgot all about them until about a month, 2 months ago, when Larry Puckett, the DCC guy, used those little round ones, and I'm going, huh. So I dug out the bar magnets and I put them under each rail, and I was really, really, really impressed at how well they worked. And uh, the bar, I mean, the little round ones, I'm thinking to myself, I can't stop a train, within a quarter inch like those little ones are going to require. So I went with the longer bar magnets. All right. Um, so Derek, in answer to your statement, um, uh, I went with the bar magnets due to my own inadequacies. If anybody's interested in coming out, I can put the link up. I gotta remember how to do it. Got a big lag times because I'm working off of this clipboard. I don't know what I just did there, Len. I don't know how to get rid of it. So how do I get rid of those statements once they? Oh, there they go. Okay, there we go. So anybody wants to come up, feel free to join in. Lynn, well, I clicked on you, Lynn, and you went away. Oops. Oh, you're on the phone. Okay, I thought I did it. Let's see. Alright, I'm live and broadcasting. Okay. There's Lee. Let's have Lee hop on up here.
Hello.
Hello, Lee. Let's see what this. There you are. Alright. Let's try this again.
Hello, Steve.
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. There you are.
Yeah, I'm just going to change camera. I'm on my little bed. I've got a new camera for over the layout.
Ah, okay.
Let me. I haven't got Minicamp put on because I had it and I took it off. I brought it back, then I took it off again. I keep changing. But I've got that new intro as well now.
I saw that.
Ah, the guy that made that intro, he's in the States and he's done that intro for me. Brilliant.
Yeah, that was nice.
I should have stickers maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. I'm just waiting for them to get delivered. I'm waiting for the post. As soon as I've got a new camera that's a lot clearer. I'll put it on the layout and you'll see how much clearer the new camera is. Eagle Eye Mini.
Okay. Yeah, my cameras are not high dollar cameras at all.
Mine on that one there that's on now is just Eagle Eye Mini. I've hardly done any work on the layout, to be honest. Hello, Derek. My channel is Anfield Road. I was chatting in here before, Derek. So I need to get the pop-out chat. Yes, I've been sending you links for my streams, but you must have been busy working on the layout.
I'm sorry, I muted myself. No, I wasn't ignoring you, Lee. I had driven, and I sent you a message. I had driven to Texas.
Yeah, I did see that.
And that twice, and each one of those trips is 17-hour drive each way.
Oh my!
It'd be like you guys. It'd be like you guys driving across Europe. All right.
Yeah, I can believe
and then I had to go to Louisiana. And then I had, my son bought a house and was moving out of his apartment into his new house. So my wife and I drove to Tennessee, which is another 10-hour drive, 10 or 11, to help him out. So in the last 2 months, I put a lot of miles on my car.
See you again, John.
All right, John. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Thanks, Derek. I was sitting here just talking away. Muted as that's just...
That's usually Heath that mutes you.
Yeah, here I am muting myself.
Yeah, here you are muting yourself. I've got to try and get this. I need to video part 1 of the Dapple footbridge. Well, I need to start it. I haven't even started it yet. I've had it for a month. I bought it from my model shop a month ago.
I got the Walters Union Station that I bought almost 2 years ago that I haven't even started on. I should have had a video out yesterday. I did put a video out, but I'd edited it twice. I'd put the beginning, the intro, then the video, then the ending card, then I'd re-put the video in again. So the whole video, and I didn't keep the original, and it's not on my hard drive, so I didn't have the video to go. So I didn't have the video to go back on.
So I thought, what am I going to do?
Well, you can take that video and then edit it to take out the back half.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. I need to play around with it. I've only just started using that editing program that I'm using. It's a nice editor, to be honest.
My editing program is very rudimentary. It's the Microsoft freebie version. So
yeah, mine's a freebie version, but it's you download it. What is it? Film Forth. But it is what it is. I'm not even using my headset mic no more. I've got a new mic.
Oh, okay. If I don't use this microphone, I get feedback and echoing for whatever reason I haven't been able to figure out. Yeah. Again, it's operator error.
Yeah, I've started setting it up different. Because I'm on a different laptop.
Swiss rolls, Derek. The food of the gods. And no, I did not. I flunked kindergarten. I'm running out of content. I've stopped recording for some unknown reason. I had a load of videos and then run out, and I need to video stuff, but it's getting the time to do it. I hear you. Like I said, I've been super busy, but now I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. And I put out that magnet tip of the day. I've got another one.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've been building. I've been drawings up for a scratch build. I'm gonna start building. I'm starting a scratch build series. I've got another tip of the day. I got a video yet on auxiliary operation. Auxiliary operation. Okay. It's I want to say remote operations, but it's not remote. Remote operations to me is when somebody exactly. Remote operations is when somebody from off-site is coming in via the internet to operate, and that's not what I'm doing. But I've got 3 different stations, so to speak, that people can operate trains from. Here at the desk, or they can stand with the throttle, with the wireless throttle, utilize the remote mouse. Yeah. Or they can utilize now, since I changed moved my touchscreen over here. Now people can operate and throw the switches via the touchscreen here as well. And I tell you what, I tried it out yesterday and today, and I'm really loving it. That's cool. Well, it takes a lot of practice to use a remote mouse. Yeah, I can believe it. I am back up in the loft, but I'm only doing videos from up there. I'm back. I've ripped all the wiring out of the track. I'm rewiring the track completely. Derek, the overhead camera is one of my security system cameras. It's a 1080p. It's actually tied into. It's funny how I get this to work. It's not tied directly into the computer like the layout cameras. What I do is bring up my security camera software onto a monitor, and then set one of my options on my Matinee, which controls all my different cameras. I set that to a screen view, all right, and instead of a specific camera, it goes to screen view and shows whatever that screen is showing. And since security software is showing that camera, that's what shows up here. So it's a roundabout way of using my security cameras. I can use any camera now, but I can only use 2 cameras. I can do a camera in a camera. That's as far as I can do. Yeah, Manicam, unless you pay for it, only do 2. Yeah. And
When I was using my Surface Pro out here, I did not have the graphics capability to run more than 2 cameras.
Oh, I can run more than 2 cameras now if I want. I've got in total 1, 2. I've got 3 cameras set up.
With what I have, I got 2 security cameras. I had 3. One of them went on the fritz. So I got the 2 security cameras. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Logitech cameras. Then I have a GoPro camera, and then I have an iPhone camera. So I think I have cameras covered.
Yeah, I've got 2 cheap cameras, and I've got me Polo Mini, Eagle Eye Mini.
Huh?
The Eagle Eye Mini is the one I'm on now. I love it because I can actually put it down on the workbench, and it's crystal clear up on the workbench. I've got a building on the workbench at the moment that I'm butchering. I'm trying to get the framework in, so I want it to light up, but I don't want the light permanently in it. So I'm building a framework that'll be able to lift over the thingy, but the video will be coming out with that in a bit. I've got a video with how I'm doing it.
I've got a camera that's not showing up.
Yeah, you've got a black spot. I've noticed it.
What the hell happened there?
Something. Camera's gone off on it. The camera's gone off somewhere.
What the hell is going on here?
Those magnets ideas look brilliant, though, Steve.
Thank you. This camera, that's for sure.
I like what you've used to mark where they are.
Yeah, I just had that size dowel rod. In the grand scope of things, I should have used smaller dowel rod probably.
Yeah.
And made it look more like a mile post.
Yeah.
But at my age and running operations, I'd rather have it readily visible.
Yeah.
Than prototypically accurate.
Yeah.
So I've always said I'm proto-representative, not prototypical.
Yeah, I haven't even run trains on this for about a week.
Yeah, today was the first day I ran trains on mine.
I run trains earlier today. But it's nice to see all the layouts is finally finished on yours.
Just the track work.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Actually, it looks like I have the majority of the layout scenic, but I don't. It's less than half.
Yeah, same with this. Same with this layout. I've started making a pond, and as far as I dug it out. I'll spin the camera around and show you.
See, I got a pond right there.
I've got one there. I've dug it out of the foam, but I've not done anything with it.
I got a big pond right there.
I know you have. But I don't know if I'm making it bigger. I may be.
Real water.
I don't know yet. I'm looking at other options, but I may be putting another channel in it. That'll be a little footbridge going over. I'm not sure yet. I'm still looking at videos. What I want to do with it. But I need to get that finished first over there. It's a self-focused camera as well. That's what I like about it. Oh, you would lie right in the way. The dog's decided to lie right where I want to be.
These Logitech cameras are autofocus as well, but the problem is they always autofocus on something you don't want them to autofocus on.
Yeah. Well, I blew up a controller about a month ago.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it didn't half go as well. If you look in the distance, let's see if I can pick it up. That relief building lights up
Oh, okay.
That was my last. I think that was my last video I done. I have got an update I need to do, but that's not going to be till the end of the month.
I've got my lighting system set up where even during the daytime in this room, I have enough light in here to be able to operate, as you can see. But if you give it 30 seconds, you'll see the all the lights on the layout will start lighting up.
Yeah.
Save that.
I've only got 2 lights. I need to get me. That's why I need to get this train shed.
There they are.
Framework done. I should be working on that. But I seen you live and I thought, you put the link up, I've got to come up.
I don't go live very often, but
I know.
Okay, Lynn, I will do that. I'll give him a holler. The other thing that I have automated on here is my sounds. You go over to the stockyard, and what's a stockyard without
sounds of everything, the animals.
Hear it?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Those are the cows.
Yeah.
I also have pigs.
That's cool.
Of course, they'll drive you nuts after a while.
Oh, they don't. It's like that travelling car thing that Train Freak's got. That one that's got it. The one Train Freak's got. He's got the cattle car.
Yeah, he's got a Soundtracks mobile decoder in a couple of his stock cars. I think one sheep and one's chickens. Or something.
Yeah, it is, and it is. It's weird. But the best scene now, wait until you see this camera because it's got autofocus on it. Sorry for
we were just talking about you.
Yeah, we were just talking about you, Jason.
And your sound cars. I turned on my cows and my hogs, and Lee had brought up that you have those 2 sound cars.
That looks well off farm. Now that camera gives it justice.
Yeah, it does look good. Yeah, your pictures before were always dark and a tad bit fuzzy. So.
Yeah, this camera, I don't use the other 2 cameras now. They're there. One of them is my face camera, and the other one is over there, but I very rarely use it. I'd rather use this new one. It's a lot clearer.
I'll turn my lights on.
I've got a load of lights to put on this. I've been under the layout. I've got all the wirings done for under the layout to do all my street lights, but I need to put them in and wire them up. It's just getting the time to do it.
Jason, I watched all 3 hours of your you and Split Rock and Nisi last night.
Yeah, I did as well. I watched it the whole lot. I've just been catching up.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert. Nice to see Flying Crowing. I've not even been catching the live streams. I've just watched Ray Babble's update. Bubbles.
Only when I'm in the train room, locked in. Lynn asks if I always turn my lights on and off with a long stick. Well, I'm, you know, I can't go this way, I can't go this way, and I can't go that way. All right, and the switch is way over there. So, yes, when I'm inside and layout's up, ready to run, then yeah, I turn the lights on and off with a long stick. All right, it is my technological assistant.
Yeah, it's the same with me. If I want to get a train that's over by my train station and it's derailed, the only way of doing it is me grabber. Otherwise, because I can't get to the far side. The only way I can get to the far side of the layout is climb up on the layout. I can't work on the opposite side of the layout unless I'm up on the layout board. That's the downside with this layout. It's a nice layout, I must admit. It is a nice layout. I've learnt a lot. And I've done a lot of changes to Anfield Road that will be coming when I start videoing up there again. I've done a lot of changes that needed doing so I can run trains.
Huh.
I have got a GoPro as well now that I need to set up.
My little GoPro is stuck. Let's see if there's a reset button somewhere on this thing. I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm working on a project that is next Friday's video. I've got a video that's going to be out as soon as I edit it. I need to edit it and then it'll be out. I never used to edit my videos, but I've decided to edit them now. With having that intro now, I've got 2 intros. I've got that one and I've got another one as well. I've had 2 done.
What?
I didn't make them. I had someone make them for me.
See if I can get this camera to work again. It had lost connectivity to my system.
That's not good.
And it wouldn't. It was on, but wouldn't shut off.
Yeah, I've got the lights I'm using are little wheat grain lights, and believe it or not, they don't need resistors in them as well, so I can run them straight off 12 volt.
Yeah, the little grain of wheat ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not LEDs, so they take a little more energy, but.
Yeah. But they'll do. I'm only putting. I've got 2 to go in my train shed. What I need to do. I may get that done and edit a video. I need to edit a video, but I'll edit it and get it out later. I think I need to get a video out later, and then I've got me live stream Sunday. I don't even know what I'm doing on the live stream. I've no idea yet. Oh, you filmed another train going by, did you, Jason? Oh, should I see if I can have smooth running? Let's see if I can have the trains running. It even gets me changing the picking up trains as well. Let's see if I can do it. Bringing the train out the side and need to get the right. Oops. That was a bit enthusiastic. I always forget that. If I don't turn this point, I get a dead train over there. That's because I've not run trains for a while. I think it needs cleaning. Yeah, needs cleaning. So they haven't run trains. My own fault. But all my workbench is all down here now, as you can see.
So what's the UP 1111?
Oh, she's behind me, the dog, in her bed. But that's me workbench. I've got a bigger workbench I've built now.
I know this is going to sound like sacrilege, but I'm not a huge fan of rail fanning. And to each their own, I'm not being critical of other people. I just, other than when I was a little kid sitting at the train depot in my hometown, I loved to do that as a little kid.
Yeah.
Especially because the majority of the trains were passenger trains. Okay. Since we had so many commuter trains.
First time I've had that camera right inside the inside of the train shed. The detail it gets, this camera, is unbelievable.
Yeah, I can agree with that, Jason. For weathering ideas, most definitely. Now, if there is something special, I'm all for it. Like going to see the big boy, like you did. That was cool. I'd do that if it was in my neighborhood. The Tropicana Juice Train down here, okay, is kind of cool. Going to look at a passenger train nowadays, they're all Amtrak, okay. It doesn't trip my trigger at all. But back in the day, when we'd go down to Joliet as an example, and we'd see the Rock Island and the rockets come through, the different rockets, and see the Santa Fe's come through, the different Chiefs. In south side of Chicago, you can go down and see the city of New Orleans on the Illinois Gulf, Illinois Central. The Burlington, where I was, you had all the different Zephyrs going through. You had when I was a little kid, up till when I was 10 years old, we had the steam excursions coming through, and we could walk the tracks and pick up lumps of coal. Plus, you not only had all the Zephyrs, you had the Great Northern Empire Builder, you had the Northern Pacific North Coast Limited come through. So, and even an occasional Hiawatha. So, growing up in Chicago, if a person's a rail fan, that was the place to be. Still is, for that matter, because more railroads go through Chicago than any other part of the country. Yeah, they're either stack trains or coal unit trains. You don't have the old as many manifest freights anymore. I was at this little, for lack of a better term, junk store in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, last week before. Anyway, I've lost track of weeks with all my traveling. And this guy had a huge amount of Lionel stuff for sale. And he had some HO stuff, and he had these old, I think they were Bachman circus train sets, and I immediately thought of Heath. I checked my cell phone, didn't have a signal, otherwise I would have gotten a hold of him, see if he needed any of that stuff. Hello, Ray Central 127 welcome.
I put the 3 instead of 7. I didn't see it was 7. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Randall Ellison posted a picture of the BNSF yard in Memphis the other day, and thinking to myself, well, damn, I managed ran a distribution center exact opposite of where he was across the tracks. The entrance to the BNSF yards off of Lamar, and I ran a distribution center off of Burbank on the opposite side of that huge BNSF yard.
Have you seen the new features in StreamYard now, Steve?
I saw some announcement about it when I signed in, but I'm not a Heath or somebody that pays much attention. I've got the technology I want, and I don't care about other things until I need them, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I actually am going to use one of the features. I'm going to use one of the features, but that'll be coming out in my live stream. I've actually been up on a StreamYard live stream. I know how to set the audio up, and I've learned how to set the audio up a lot better on StreamYards.
I was watching Heath technology one. I guess it was this week, and he was answering questions for Split Rock on the different functions of StreamYard and stuff. And
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, the one I got up on, believe it or not, the actual StreamYard stream I got up on, Heath was in there.
Okay.
And I actually, you had to put the others, if you wanted to get up on panel and you were struggling with something on StreamYard, type the word struggle, and you got picked. I got picked by Christian to go up on his StreamYard question and answers, and he gave me some hints for how to set up the.
I always love it when Hi joins the.
Oh yeah. Hi, I've been watching Hi's videos he's been putting out. He's been putting
then I get to say hi.
Yeah, he's been putting some good content out, to be honest.
I miss that part, Jason. On Sunday nights, Heath's Sunday night stream, where he announced the winners of the challenge and so forth. He and I conversed back and forth about it, and I told him I'd come up on, I'd stay up, I'd make the effort to stay awake and go up on Modeling Monday because I wanted to protest. All right. He said, protest what? And I said, your results. I said, they're not right. And he, what's not right about them? I said, this was a challenge, right? It's not golf where your low number wins. This should have been the high number wins. I gained the most weight.
Yeah.
But with all his technology and stuff, he right now cannot add people up onto his stream. Yeah, I waited for somebody to take this time slot when he went back to work, and nobody did. I'm going to try to make an effort to do a modeling matinee every Friday at 11:30 Eastern.
Oh, cool. I've got I've got my live stream Sunday. I'm going to bring content out Fridays, and a layout update once a month.
I was real late on my layout update.
I'm late with all. I'm well late. I had a video that come out Thursday, but I brought it down because it was. I'd edited it. I'd watched it. I thought it was fine.
Now, Robert, careful. Right? I'm not a lazy bum. I just did my time, right? And I did it so well. Right? I got to retire early. I retired 5 years ago when I was 58. So.
Yeah, I need to do a layout update, but I've done not only work on the layout to do an update.
Well, he told me, Lynn, that he couldn't add people because I had offered to stay up this last Monday as a joke and protest his announcement. I thought it'd be pretty funny. He said he didn't have the ability to do that. And I said, well, okay, then I'm not staying awake. I'll watch it. I'll watch the replay in the morning. Because that's what I do. Like on Robert's, Robert does all these nice videos. He just did a decoder reinstall.
Yeah, I noticed Robert's been putting out some nice content, to be honest.
And
I'm not staying up for the late ones no more in the US.
I wake up, typically between 4 and 5 o'clock. Sometimes earlier, sometimes later, but typically between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. And of course, my wife is still asleep till 6 o'clock in the morning. So, and I can't come out here because the right through there is our bedroom. All right, so I turn the lights on out here and it wakes her up, even with the blinds closed. So I close the bedroom door and go in the living room and watch all the streams from the night before.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Robert, you are. I used to be.
We know that one, Robert. We know that one.
I used to be a night owl.
Yeah, I do watch the whole. I don't think I've watched that one with Split Rock. Heath's last live stream. I don't think I watched it on the rerun for some known reason.
Yeah, Hi wakes up to watch the ending of most of the late night streams over here.
Yeah,
so I've seen him on pop into some of those other streams, and
yeah, I've seen him pop into some of them. I've seen him pop in.
Cause it's like, what is it, 6 hours different Hi from you to Eastern time U.S. I think it's 6. It'd be like 7 for Robert.
The videos Robert's been putting out. The last video Robert put out was interesting, or it was live. I can't remember. But Hi's been putting out some decent videos.
I've driven right past Robert in the wee early morning hours twice in the last 2 months.
Cool.
Like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, 6 hours, okay.
Well, I need to go and get things done anyway.
He's 1 hour earlier or later. Depends on how you.
I need to go and get some things done anyway, Steve. I'm going to stay in the stream, but I need to I need to edit this video. The video's not going to edit itself. I wish it would.
Okay, I'll drop you down.
No problem, mate.
All right,
Thank you. See you again. I'll be in chat anyway, mate. Thanks for having me up.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Gotta figure out how to there. the hell did I just do? Just hanging around. Now, link up, see if anybody else wants to come up. Anybody wants to come up, come on up. Dog's barking away at something. Hang on, everybody. I got somebody at the freaking door. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, 5 hours to England from the East Coast and 6 to the Netherlands. And then Jason's another hour because he's in Central. So is Robert. Yeah, 7 hours different from you. 6, 7? Don't know about that. Yeah, 7 hours different. I am so confused. Okay, how did I mistakenly put that up there? StreamYard. So. I think the most confusing thing is Australia. Because it can be a whole different day. So it's like 15 or 16 hours different, some weird. I know Japan was 15 hours different than Central Time. Okay. I see in the base, I got where I can see if pop up, so. So, hi, I saw that you were building a pond in your backyard. There's Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Oh, you tear it down? Okay. You had a pond in your backyard. All right.
Just fresh through that Monday.
Okay, thank you. 3-ring circus going on here this morning.
Yeah. I had trains running earlier, but every time I have trains running and get on a stream, somebody yells at me that my trains are too loud. So even when I mute them, because I have multiple mics set up around the room.
Yeah, they get a little loud in here every once in a while. This time of the morning, I try to keep it quiet. The missus has trouble sleeping, and she's probably awake, but she doesn't like to get up. And so I try to, keep it quiet, keep it down a little bit.
You moved the caravan. Okay, I'm not sure the context of caravan. Hi. Caravan is either a Dodge / minivan, or it's a group of traveling things. Oh, a trailer. Okay. Gotcha. I gotta load up my trailer. First of all, I gotta go get it. It's at a friend's of mine down in Fort Myers. Bring it home, get it cleaned up, serviced, because I'm going to take it up to my son in Tennessee and give it to him. Bunch of furniture, and it's got his old train set on it. Says he doesn't want it. Guess what? He's getting it anyway. All right, I can get rid of this one.
Time to turn that off.
Tell you what, I sure, originally when I was building the railroad and started, a year and a half ago, I knew I wanted JMRI, and I knew I wanted to automate my switches and have them ECC enabled, etc. And I got the layout started to get the layout up and running. I'd have to get on my throttle and throw the switches. Well, that takes time, a lot of time. And trying to remember what number switch was what number switch on the layout when you have, 50, 60 switches. It's problematic for this old goat all the time. So when I finally got to the point where I could get JMRI up and running and hooked in and put a panel together of the layout, okay, I mean, it changed. It was the difference between night and day to be able to just use the mouse and throw switches. Okay? And then I got the remote mouse and could do it from afar. Well, now, and I got to do a tip of the day, moving my touch screen, to back there behind me, over there. All right, now I can stand over there, or someone like John Linton, one of my subscribers who lives close by. Oh, I see you there, Jason. I'll bring you up. He comes, and now he can throw the switches.
What's up?
What's up? All right.
Now we can't see Liam.
Two bearded. Well, we couldn't see him before. There he is.
Yeah, you don't want to
Two bearded wonders, and the clean cut all-American guy
with the palmetto trees.
Palm trees, yeah.
Yes.
Actually, these would be queen palms.
Queen palms, okay. Well, I got a few minutes. I just wanted to pop on and say hi. I got another train coming. One just went by, and I got another coming.
Another train.
And I got Junior with me too.
Do you keep track, like, hey, Junior, hey, buddy, do you keep track of, like, the model and road number of all the engines you see?
So I used to post the model of every road engine, on when I do my monthly rail painting videos. But it got to the point to where I was using up too much text, so I only put on the locomotive numbers.
Okay.
So, but no, I do have like a spreadsheet of every one that I've caught.
That's what I was asking. All right. Yeah. And that way you can cross-index pictures to it as well. Okay.
So, Aaron, this guy here, the one wearing the palm tree shirt, he's the one who got you your passenger train. So.
And you know what, Aaron? That train I used to see almost every day when I was your age. The real train.
The real one.
So wait, seriously?
Seriously.
Where does it go?
It don't run anymore.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Wait.
That train. That train used to run from Chicago, Illinois, out to Denver, Colorado, with the Burlington pulling it. Same road name as what your engine is. And then the Denver Rio Grande would take that train and pull it to Salt Lake City. And then the Western Pacific would take that train and take it into the San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh, okay. Also, I haven't had the chance to say yet, but thank yous.
You're more than welcome.
So.
That's my favorite train. I've got an HO scale version of it back behind me. So.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Matter of fact, the engine, yours is an is it an E5 or E7, Jason?
I think it's an E7.
Okay. I've got a couple E7s, but I pull that one with a E8, with a pair of E8s.
Pair of E8s.
Actually, you know why they pulled it with double-headed?
So that way, so that way when it makes it to its destination, there should be another cut of passenger cars ready to go back. And so it just has to connect to their own.
Yeah, but
I thought there was another reason.
There's another reason. Until the E9 came out. Prior to the E9, the E units did not produce enough electrical power, to power the passenger cars beyond beyond 3 cars. Okay? So by having it double-headed, they had enough to power the whole train because it was flat. I mean, from Chicago to Denver even though Denver is a mile high, it's such a slight grade.
So they ran an AA consist. They didn't have any B units.
Nope, Burlington did not have any B units.
Okay.
And a lot of times they ran them elephant style instead of back to back.
Okay, that's interesting.
So,
Well,
you'd see them. Now they did have some F units, and they were called graybacks because they weren't silver; they were gray, and those were for freight service.
But see, like I've been doing a lot of research on cotton belts, passenger trains, because I'm trying to shift my layout to more cotton belt than anything. Even though they did share power with Southern Pacific because they were a subsidiary, but the passenger trains that came through this area were all cotton belt. They were not Southern Pacific. They looked like Southern Pacific because they were in daylight, but I'm finding out that the cotton belt only had 2 styles of passenger cars, one being the heavyweights, and then the other one being the Pullmans, like the Pullman green cars.
Right. Which were still heavyweights.
Yeah, which were pretty much still heavyweights, but they had more like a round roof at the top.
Right.
So with those, No manufacturer that I know of has made them in HO scale. I think maybe American Flyer did the Pullman ones, but as far as the heavyweights, no one has made those in HO scale with the St. Louis Southwestern lettering. Now, Bev Bell made the Streamliners in St. Louis Southwestern, and then Roundhouse made that old Harriman's in St. Louis Southwestern, but Cotton Belt never had them in real life. So now I've got 2 passenger sets I'm looking at possibly getting rid of.
Well, hang on a second. Let me show you something. We gotta back it out though to get to it, or pull it forward to get to it.
You might have to make yourself bigger on screen too, so we can see it better.
Let me pull it around
I
first.
can back out. I don't have anything to add this morning. It's been,
No. Stay around.
Lynn?
Yep.
I'm fixing to have to hop off here in a few minutes anyway, because I've got another. I see another headlight down that way. So I'm
On my Black Hawk. All right, I've got both styles that you're talking about, and the cars were made by Athearn. Okay, but you'd have to repaint them the paint scheme you're talking about.
Yeah, in daylight.
Yeah.
Now, see, I've got a Southern Pacific Daylight heavyweight passenger set. It's an Athearn ready to roll.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get the Southern Pacific name off and change it to St. Louis Southwestern to make it look right.
And not have to repaint it?
Yeah, and not have to repaint it.
Good luck with that.
I know, right? But one of the cool things I found out was Cotton Belt had a whole bunch of Alco RS3s, and they outfitted roughly half of their fleet with steam generators. So these Alco RS3s are still painted Black Widow freight paint scheme, but they were still used for passenger duty. They were actually used for double duty. They would pull passenger at some times and, freight others, just depending on what kind of traffic was there. But Cotton Belt did have 4 locomotives that were in daylight. And right now I've got 2 of them.
Let me zoom this in. Maybe.
All right, I need to pop off if I'm going to go catch this dude. So.
Well, here, wait 1 second. There's your Athearns. You can see this one's the old Celestial style.
Yeah.
These are the rounded roof ones. All right. These are both rounded roof coaches.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's your Pullman stuff.
Yeah. I think it even says Pullman on it. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I've got one in daylight. Like I said, it's got Southern Pacific on it. So.
Okay. But Athearn. All right. If you're looking for just the car, you'd have to repaint them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably, because I think what I need is more baggage. I think they had like two or three baggage, 1 RPO, 2 or 3 baggages, and like a handful of sleepers with 1 dining and a hob. And that was their line. So, this looks like this might be the local. So, can't tell if it's stopped or not, but. All right, guys, I'm gonna pop off so I can catch this train and head back to work. So,
all right, take care.
Bye, Jason. Bye, Aaron.
Bye.
Bye. He's a character.
Yeah.
Both of them are actually.
Yeah. Well, Aaron, he loves to be on camera.
I saw Lee was working on a building project. I had a couple of things going on here, so I had to step away for a while. But,
yeah, he's working on a day pole footbridge.
My latest project, which I may be over my head, is the abandoned house.
Oh, okay.
I tried to just stress all my stuff anyways to make it I'm on the first stage, and you got to cut out the windows. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. They look like this before you cut them out. You can kind of see the outline.
Yeah.
That is it, because it doesn't go all the way through.
Oh.
I was getting sore fingers last night trying to cut these things out because you literally, it's not soft. It's made out of pine, which is good. They don't break, but
hey, Al,
I need a power saw.
Hi wants to know who's going to live there, Lynn. If it's abandoned, you know, if you make a mistake, it's no big deal. Just look bad.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I also noticed there's a lot difference between the picture on the box, the advertisement. I don't know if you can even see the print on this, but that's one of 4 pages. I had to put my eyesight's not that bad, but I had to put reading glasses and a magnifying glass to look at this. But it's interesting. Notice the drawing shows the broken boards.
Huh?
Do you see any broken boards? So you have to cut those out also to make it look more abandoned.
Ah.
I was warned when I picked this thing up, the kit, that these are not simple kits.
The toughest kit lost a picture. No, I'm still alive because I can hear myself. And I don't know why it does that. Probably has something to do with being a wireless adapter. But anyway, the toughest kit I ever did was that 200-foot Central Valley Truss Bridge. And damn, that thing took me forever. I mean, when you're laying in the rail, you've got to mash thousands of these little peg things to hold the rail in place on the bridge. And yeah, I mean, it's just very in depth.
You can kind of see over my shoulder. I have a curved trestle bridge back there.
Oh yeah.
If I don't make you sick moving the camera around, I'll give you a close-up.
Sure.
I don't even recall the maker. If I don't fall.
That's sharp looking. Too bad it's hidden back there.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden.
That's what I mean. Too bad it's hidden. It looks cool.
What's really hard to see is there's another track in behind that comes around.
Oh yeah, I see it back there.
Comes out here.
Well.
Anyways. Try not to make everybody seasick there. Anyways. Yeah, the abandoned house thing. I mean, everybody knows the HD MMRC is the modular club that I'm in.
Huh?
And not that we don't have enough modules, but we keep making new ones. So when we do have the opportunity to do a show, you're not seeing the same thing over and over. But I have a 6-foot, what I call rolling hills. It's basically not like this, but it's, probably about this far above the main line, but with all kinds of trees and animals and bears and deer and all that sort of stuff in it, with a hidden track behind it. Got to remember, you can't see me. This next one is going to be a desert. So it comes literally out of the mountains down into a desert with Got a whole box of kits here. Mines, and I'm going to be busy for a while if I ever get off of YouTube and everything. So it's going to have a mine kit in there.
Oh, yeah.
I got a whole bunch of other abandoned buildings and so forth. Living in the desert, all I got to do is just go a couple miles down the street and have a lot of inspiration of what I want to build. But anyways.
Cool.
If I ever get around to it.
Hi's working on a kit to hide a Wi-Fi camera inside. And that's what I plan on doing. You know, this scene that'll be right here at my desk. Let's see if I got a better picture of it. Camera's around again. Anyway. There's a foam section that comes out here and lifts away. And on this foam section is going to be a town, bunch of buildings and so forth in it. And over to the side, not on the foam, is going to be another building. And I have this camera here that I want to do the same thing that Hi's working on. Put it in a building, all right, so that it looks at. That's the camera that looks at the farm scene, typically, most of the time. I'll bring it up here and show. It's got a long enough cord. The cord hides away on it. Normally has this picture on it.
Oh.
So, and I want to put that like in the second story window of a building at some point in time. Just a matter of time and money.
Yeah. I've been tinkering with an idea, like these walls with the windows in it, to take still pictures so it looks like you're inside a building looking out, not holding that very steady, but just for still pictures, not necessarily for videos.
You could do that for like building interiors.
Yes.
Let's say you got like the Merchants Row, Walther's Merchants Row kit. Go to some downtown area and just start taking pictures, and then crop down the glass areas and put them. And if you print it on like a vellum, okay, it will allow enough light through that at night you'll still see the interior of those buildings. You know what I'm talking about? Tissue is a vellum. Okay. And a lot of people will just sandpaper down regular paper to make it thinner. I just tape a sheet of tissue across a normal piece of paper and run it through the printer. That's the way I do most of my signs as well. And then that way, once it's on vellum, if you're putting that sign onto a lapboard siding of a building, like I have my Heinz lumberyard, it and you put it on wet, it adheres and takes the texture of that lapboard siding for the whole sign, so it ends up pretty cool.
Sounds like it. Maybe something to look into. Looking around at this mess. I actually cleaned the room up a while back. I filled 2 full-size, street-sized trash cans. I had members come over and literally boxes of stuff going out the door. And I'm still looking around going, yeah, I got too much stuff.
I got 2 totes sitting down here, that one of which had all my military miniatures in, and then I've got to, for my military train, I'm in the process of collecting more flat cars, so I can put all my military stuff on and have a trained Illinois National Guard headed out to Fort Hood maneuvers.
Have you heard of a Facebook group called Overtime at the Bench?
No.
Okay.
It
Used to be Wiley's. I got all kinds of their paraphernalia. Oh, there we go. HO Scale Customs.
Oh, okay.
And they wanted to expand beyond HO to include N and O, and a lot of your followers, they are members of that. If you see Daniel Banks and some people like that, they're all in that. They do little contests just for the fun of it type deal of building structures. And about 2 years ago, I came up with this idea.
Well, that looks cool.
Now, the thing about this is it's all made from scrap.
Huh.
So every corner piece of it, the roof, emery cloth, sandpaper, the black.
Yeah. I've
Pieces
used
of tin. The whole front of it is pieces of bark off of a tree from the backyard. So the abandoned house, I hope it kind of fits in with this.
Should.
Because this looks like something I would find right down the street. Well, a little outside of town. Oh, I wanted to mention this earlier when Jason was on, just as a side note, talking about your shirt. By the way, I like your shirts. I live in Palmdale.
Ah, yes.
Any idea why the town is called Palmdale?
No. How far away are you from 29 Palms?
Close to 100 miles.
I have no idea why Palmdale's
curves
named.
are on the other side of the desert. I know where it is. I just go straight east and I run right into it. Joshua Tree and all like that.
Right.
Back in the 1800s, early 1800s, when everybody was coming out west, a lot of the German immigrants out of the Pennsylvania area, they were told to go west until they saw the palm trees and they would be at the Pacific Ocean. The neighboring town, literally right down the street, right next to us, is called Lancaster, like Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Right.
The Germans saw the Joshua trees, and Joshua trees are named after the biblical, putting your hands in the air. And they thought they were palm trees. And back in the 1800s, this wasn't all desert. This was almost swampland. Had a lot of groundwater, a lot of vegetation. It's literally in 100 years dried out into a desert. Desert. You can't find water out here. So they set up farming, alfalfa, all things like that. It's called the Antelope Valley because there was herds of antelope. You can't even find one now. And they named the area Palmdale. But there's no palm trees. Yeah, they had about another 200 miles to go to reach the ocean.
So is it really 29 Palms at 29 Palms, California?
Yes, and there's 29 palms there. Now, that area is more on the earthquake fault, going down to what's called Salton Sea.
Yeah.
Which is a dead sea. And but there's a lot of old palm groves down there from back before everything became a desert. But there's an area close to here called Bakersfield.
I know
and
Bakersfield.
There's a large area. They've done all kinds of TV specials on it. Kick the ground and you kick up shark teeth because it was all part of the ocean at one time.
Cool.
But I mean, it's literally, you walk along and just kick the ground with your feet. And they have found some of the teeth that are 2 to 3 feet, from the point down to the big part.
Oh,
Gigantic,
Megasaurus,
massive teeth.
whatever that giant shark creature was called.
Yeah. But it just shows how everything changes, because just south of us, geographically, there's all kinds of really odd things around here. Florida's kind of flat. I think your highest elevation is 500 feet, something like that.
And that's up in the Panhandle somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm at 60 feet here.
We're at 2,500. That's why they call this the high desert.
Yeah.
29 Palms going to Palm Springs is the low desert, where it drops down to 1,000 feet. And when it gets to Salton Sea, it is below sea level.
Dorkfish? Okay.
Of course, just north of us is Death Valley, which is 300 or 400 feet below sea level. But at that point,
isn't that the lowest point on Earth, or is it?
Yes.
Over Israel.
It's kind of tied. And Joshua trees are from Israel. It's the only two places, California and Israel, where you find Joshua trees.
Huh.
But Death Valley, because the people headed for the gold fields got lost.
Right, Derek.
They were lucky. They were there in the winter when there was a little snowfall, so they had water, but nothing to eat. No animals, no green grass for the animals, stuff like that.
I thought you were serious, Robert.
But they could see the highest point in the continental United States from Death Valley. So you're going several hundred feet below sea level, looking across the valley at the top of McKinley, which is over 14,000 feet. So, I don't know. I didn't mean to get on a story about...
I thought McKinley was in Alaska.
Yes, that's the highest point.
Okay.
For the United States, until you get to...
For the continent, yeah.
Right. That's why I said continental United States, yeah.
And they can see McKinley from where?
The bottom of Death Valley. From the lowest point, you can see the highest point.
I would severely doubt that, just due to the curvature of the earth and the mountain range between them.
I've been there.
Mountain ranges between
I've been there. You can see it. You can be in Death Valley at 130 degrees and you see the top of McKinley with glaciers on it.
Sure it's not another mountain?
No.
Because they're only like 5,000 miles apart.
We're talking not the one in Alaska, the one in California.
Well, the one in California isn't the highest point. The one in Alaska is.
The one in Alaska is. The continental United States.
You're talking about the contiguous United States.
Okay.
Because Alaska is still part of our continent.
Yes, agreed.
See, you're just trying to confuse me, Lynn. I'm easily confused.
I'm confused to start with. You don't have to confuse me.
So, Robert, are you off today?
I'm going to bow out. I showed a little picture of the dog. She's been coming in. She wants to go out, probably really bad. So I'm going to sign out. I'll stay online here so I can hear what's going on. But
cool.
She needs to go.
Well, I'm probably, my dog Penny probably needs to go too. And I've been on for about 2 hours, so I'm going to wrap it up anyway, Lynn.
Okay. Anyway, thanks for having me. Good seeing you.
You bet. Thanks for coming in. I want to thank everybody for. I'll get on that and give them a holler or get in contact with them.
Because right before I went on, he calls me because he saw my message, and he goes, "Yeah, I want to meet this guy." So he's a big time model train buff. I think the two of you get along great. Really, really good.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to be on his side of the bay tomorrow. Anyway,
cool.
So.
All right. Anyway, catch you later.
All right. Bye, Lynn. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget Anthony Dodge comes on at 3:30 Eastern time. So hopefully I'll see everybody there if I'm not too busy on other stuff. So, oh, you're working and listening. Okay, Robert. We'll see y'all later. Bye.